Okay, any other question? No questions? Everything clear?
Oh, can you show me the slide again? I have some part.
Okay, so Tuong in quick cameras, please. Yeah. Okay. So, which slide?
I remember it's about 9 or I remember about the branding. Can you slide up? Like show every slide. I don't remember exactly what slide. That's the previous the here because when you expand it, your microphone is lagging, so I cannot hear you.
Right.
So can you explain again? This part.
So, social listening is basically, following or keeping track of what people is saying about you on social media. And the it can help you is because you can detect some problem, detect some trends, some changes in pattern, right? Of people changing their preferences. Maybe there is a new product and people are switching from your product towards another product. You want to know why. And doing social listening can help you to understand why people are wanting to change, or what are the things that people dislike about your products. So all that can help you. When you are in that process, you will discover that there are some people are doing positive comments about you, and many people is following or supporting those comments. So you can identify people who can become a brand advocate for you. That was this slide. Other questions? Am I still lagging? Because I can switch to a different network if I'm still lagging.
Yes, you're still lagging.
Okay, so give me a second. I will switch to to my mobile and see how that goes. So, wait, which one am I using here? What the problem is? Wait, wrong network. I was in the normal network. I'm switching to the 5G. Okay, this one should be better. Is it much better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, how about broadband here? Forgot, I didn't check which network I was connected to. Okay, so next time you have to tell me immediately, yeah? When you're having problems listening to me, then you should let me know. I will switch to a different network.
Can you read the message? She cannot turn on her microphone.
What's wrong with your microphone?
I don't know. She said she has sent you a message and she cannot turn on her.
I see. Yeah, because when I'm explaining, normally I don't read the messages because I don't see the messages, right? So let's see. Can I turn off my camera, my laptop for final exam? So camera don't work, microphone don't work. And Baoling has the same problem, but Baoling is here, right? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so she's back already. Okay, the rest is just Tuong. Okay. So what does she want? Do you have any idea what she wants? Because she just said that nothing works in her house, but I don't know what she exactly wants. Anyways, okay. Other questions, please. No questions. Okay, so in that case, let's go to number 21. Yeah. And here,
Recording in progress.
we'll be looking at the success story of L'Oreal, right? They had the goal to keep in touch with the customers. So when they devised their strategy, their main objective was to, find ways to have a closer tie with their customers. They did that using three parts on one strategy. The first one was to use differentiated marketing. So that meant that the content was available in one country would be quite different than the content that would be available in other countries. And this is possible on Facebook because Facebook can block content based on their geolocation. Then they also created content that triggered people to reply, right? To create their own comments and start these social conversations. And third is that they created content that would be first put before they make the purchase and for after making the purchase, where the content before the purchase would be a content that goes about the features of the product, right? What can you do with it? What benefits of the product? And then the one after you purchase the product will be more oriented towards how to use the product to obtain the best possible result. Then when we are trying to build our social media presence, we have to follow a number of things that we have to do. The first one is, of course, to determine our social media goals. That means that we will have specific objectives and some metrics that will allow us to know whether we're close to meet our objective or not. Then we have to define our online personality, meaning that every product, every brand has their own character, right? And so you want to make sure that that personality that you're going to develop is going to be consistent with the message and the whole branding that you want to give to your product. You have to decide which social media platforms you want to use or which combination of these social media platforms you want to use. Then you will have different strategies for each one of those social media based on their own characteristics. But what you have to make sure at the end is that you have ways to collect all those responses that you're going to get from different social media, so you are able to feed forward to create newer products and feedback to analyze how are you performing with the current products. Then there is a number of social media strategies. We have content seeding, real-time marketing, video marketing, influencer marketing, interactive blogs, consumer-generated reviews, and viral marketing. Content seeding is basically encouraging people to share your content. And to do this, you will use different types of incentives, right? You can offer things like tag 3 of your friends and you will get a 10% discount. Or the person who gets the most likes on their comments, they will get some sort of coupons or something like that. That's kind of contests, right? You can also use exclusivity as an incentive. So people who get the highest number of likes, they will be receiving some special content or some special edition products, something like that, that really encourages people to share your content. Then we have real-time marketing, where you will use a real-time event to get some immediate interaction with the customer, and the customer will get an immediate reply from you. For instance, you can have a live show where in the middle of the live show, there is a QR code that your customers have to scan. And if they scan, they will be brought to a page where they will see some sort of content, and they can immediately react to that content and get something out of it. So that level of personal experience is something that people enjoy. It helps you to create a very strong image in front of your users. Then you can have video marketing. If you understand what are the trends now, is that, you know, before we still have only text, and then we had some pictures, then we had some audio. But nowadays we have broadband, so we have the possibility of create content that combines all of that into what we know of a video, right? And people is using more and more of those applications that allow you to share videos online. And so people is becoming very receptive to those, and also very receptive on participating, on sharing their, creating their own content and sharing it with others through video. On video marketing, you can have different types of videos being created, right? You can have informational videos from the company. You can get product reviews, and the special kind of bloggers, right? Which are those that can provide reviews about products. And they have something that companies cannot often give, and that is authenticity, right? People, when they look at a blogger and they see the review that they make, they feel like they can identify themselves with the blogger, because he is also a user that is telling you what is his experience, or showing you actually what is his experience with the products that you would like to buy. And therefore, you reflect yourself through that experience. And so if he gives a positive, positive review, a positive experience, then you're likely to buy the product with more confidence, because you are certain that you may have the same positive experience. In terms of the location of video ads, that will depend on what your goals are, right? And the position in which you situate these video ads will have a different effect. If you put it before, you can get a high number of impressions. That means lots of people will actually watch it. If you put it in the middle, you will have lots of people who are going to finish watching the content that you want to share. And if you put it at the end, because people have already invested a lot of time going through your video, then you can have a higher click-through rate, because people that has already spent some time learning about you, they are likely to go to your shop and probably buy too. Okay? Then we have the influencer marketing. And the influencer marketing, we have the TikTokers and the YouTubers that we know, but also other people that they command certain respect and certain credibility because of who they are. For instance, if we have a medicine for a child, you could have a physician, recognized physician, right, to provide some comments about the quality of the medicine being introduced, or the vitamins being introduced, right? And so that gives an authenticity that people appreciate. And it's even better than when the company does it, because when the company does it, sometimes they won't feel it as natural. When these influencers use their power, you can also achieve virality, right? In the case of, for instance, the challenges that are associated with the use of certain products. Um, then we have the interactive blogs. The interactive blogs provide a way for customers to express their satisfaction or dissatisfaction with the products or services that you produce. It is a very interactive two-way communication because they can tell you how they are experiencing your product, and then you can provide your feedback to them, right? An answer to their concerns. There are three types of interactive blogs. The first one is branded, so that means sponsored by your brand, created from your brand. And then you have those that are created by individuals that can be either sponsored by the brand or speaking about the brand because they are convinced that that is the best, not the best product they have enjoyed, or at least they want to give an opinion about that product. In the company sponsored blogs, what you can do is you have the opportunity to tell consumers what your products can do, what are the benefits of owning your product or using your product. But it can also allow you to have a place where the customers can tell you what they think about your product, how they are experiencing your product. Are there other things that they would like to have, right? And the advantage is that the company controls that site, so they are also able to direct some of the comments. And the problem here is that because this is sponsored by the company, right, people might not give you their real answers, but might provide you with some comments that are what they think that you as a brand want to hear from them. So it's not always the best one, but there is some positive aspects to it, of course. Then we have the personal blogs, those that can be sponsored and those that are about individuals who are willingly talking about your brand or reviewing your brand. So those who have no financial connection to you, but that are, um, giving their personal experience, sharing their personal experience. Normally, in this type of blogs, people feel very confident by sharing their own experiences, reflecting on the experiences of the individuals who have started these blogs, right? These are especially good. These type of blogs are especially interesting because here people will speak freely their minds. So it is good for you to learn about the features that are working, the maybe other things that people would like to have associated with your brand or with your products. Ideas of new products or ideas of new features for your products. And so as a company, you should monitor these comments or questions that they might have regarding to your brand or your products. Then we have the consumer-generated reviews, which are the ones that we can get on Amazon or nowadays in Facebook, right? Google. They are very challenging to manage because companies are not always good at dealing with uh, people who have negative experiences or experiences that did not satisfy them, right? In particular, in Vietnam, you can have all kinds of experiences. In my case, when I complain about a product that was not with the quality that was advertised, I had the manager of the company the next day come into my house, offering an apology and bringing the product that did meet the quality that they advertised. Then, in another occasion, once I made a certain comments about the quality of a product, then I had all sorts of treats asking me or require me actually to remove my comments. And then in other occasions, I had actually no reply at all, right? The company couldn't care less about what people think about their products because they are still selling the products. Anyways, so you see, you can either react in a positive way and try to find a solution for the problem, or simply deny its existence, or find ways to remove that. However, it has been proved that If you have made a mistake, initial mistake, and the customers are dissatisfied, but you're able to handle the recovery in a positive way, right? This doesn't mean that you will give the customer 100% reimburse or giving him the reason 100%, but just by the way you handle the problem in a positive way, you can create a positive image towards your brand from the customer, even though they had a first bad experience, which it is likely to make this customer become a loyal customer for the future. Okay, so recovery is very important on service, and these consumer-generated reviews bring you that opportunity. Then we have viral marketing, right? And on viral marketing, we have this word of mouth, meaning that people is spreading the word about their positive or negative experience, right? And these sort of viral marketing messages, they can be in different forms, right? We can have advertisements, we can have streaming videos. And lately, in the last 5 years, where there was this tendency to gamify everything, then we also have games that can be, shared as part of this experience. Some of the keys for being successful in viral marketing are that you should always concentrate on the product itself, on the qualities of the product itself, that you have to determine why is that people would like to share your message, right? And once you have identified the why, that you provide them with incentives to do it, right? So you have to offer some sort of reward if you want, either an intrinsic or extrinsic reward to make them share your, to compel them to share your message with others. Then you have to try to make it personal, because if they are able to identify themselves with the message that is being provided, then they are much more likely to share it. And of course, if you are doing all of this, you need to have ways to track all those comments, all that noise that is being created around your brand, so that you can analyze it and use it for feed forward to develop newer products, or feedback to understand how your product is performing in the market. Then you need to understand also what is the reason that people would like to follow your brand. Of course, one of the reasons why they do that is because they simply love your brand, right? They like it, so they want to know what you're going to be doing next, what kind of products you're going to bring in next time, which other products do you have that they might be interested in. They want to know what kind of activities are you having next. Maybe at the present they like your product, but they don't like the price, so they are waiting for a promotion, and then when the price when the value of the product will be higher than their perceived price, then it will be an opportunity for them to buy the product, right? Or maybe they like the product and they will like to buy it again. Also, because they may want to, join with people who have the same interests or the same likes as they do, and so they are looking for some sort of belonging to a community. They may also be looking forward to, provide their opinions about your product in the form of feedback or a complaint. So those are the reasons why people are following your brands. Regardless of why, right? What you have to do is you have to try to listen to them and try to convert their voices into something positive. Some of the implications that you can have when you are going international on social media is that you have to be aware that, people in other countries, they don't only have different languages, but they have also different ways to say things. there are some established norms, social norms, in terms of what can and cannot be said and the form in which it can be said. And of course, there is those nuances of the languages that you have to be aware of. There is also the technological issues, things like they have a broadband, they have content that can be, seen in different contexts. In the case of Vietnam, for instance, most of us have a relatively good network that allow us to share content like videos, right? That can be used broadband. But in other countries like Cambodia or Laos, maybe the telecommunications are not so developed, so they are not able to enjoy higher definition videos, for instance. And so you have to use different forms to engage with them through the social media, maybe pictures and letters or just other things. With this, we are finished on this part of the social media marketing. So if you do have a question, then this would be the time to ask.
Recording stopped.
Is there any question? Is there any question? No. Okay. If there is no questions at this moment, then I propose that we have a break again. Yeah. So let's have 10 minutes break. It's 11:15 up to 11:25, and then I'm sure at 11:25 you will have more questions. So I'll see you again at 11:25.